There we go. All right. Good morning and welcome to my continuing education. And today is going to be a lovely day. That's my attitude today because there's 4 inches of snow outside. And most of you know I live in the Pacific Northwest. So when it snows here, it's totally different than where it snows somewhere else because our snow is very wet. So even an inch makes a huge difference, and it's all the way up to the Canadian border and beyond. So Seattle has snow as well. And there's a lot of hills in Seattle, and I'm super glad I don't have to commute. This is my home, is my office, and my home I can do everything I want from home. And I don't have to travel. I don't have to deal with the snow, and I think it's lovely. So again, thank you for joining my continuing education. And today I want to talk about helping our body's ability to stay well and boost the immune system, your autoimmune system, every single system you have in your body, your respiratory, your digestive system, every system that you can think of. Because it's really important that we are able to give the body what it needs in order to support all those systems. So what does that really look like? Well, before we dive into that, my name's Diana Hinkle, and I'm super excited to be able to help you understand more about your body and how it plays a role in what we do, and it also in what we eat, how much exercise we get, how much sleep we get. All are factors in helping our body, the body's ability to stay well. Okay, that doesn't mean that you're not ever going to get sick. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that what are you doing? Thinking about things. If you were to make a daily log of everything you put in your mouth or what you don't put in your mouth every day, how is that affecting your overall immune system and all the other systems? Okay, so this is an education about essential oils and other products and different modalities to help you understand about essential oils and how they can help you in your lifestyle change, because this is truly about a lifestyle change, because there is an abundance of modalities out there to help us in our health and wellness. Now, saying that, you have to find what's best for you. I've chosen doTERRA as my catalyst because I respect the company, and I know that their integrity of the product is super important. They have a high standard of integrity for the product, and I know that every time that I choose to purchase a product from doTERRA, I know that it meets that high standard, which is called certified pure therapeutic grade for their essential oils. But it goes beyond that, because if there's anything wrong with a batch of oil or anything wrong with a supplement of any kind, then we don't get it until the issue is resolved. And I've seen that more times over than I've seen from other companies. And so that's a really important part for me to know that they have my back and they make sure that what I'm getting is pure, 100% pure, no contaminants, so that potency is there and the effectiveness is there, highly effective. And so with that said, we are not here to treat, we're not here to diagnose anything or even cure anything. What I'm here to do is to help you understand that you play a huge role in your wellness. And it's up to us to decide what to do about that. So again, sleep is super important. Your that rest and relaxation, whether it's a nap during the day, are you getting enough sleep at night? If you're only sleeping a couple hours at a time, you're not getting enough sleep. Maybe you're a snorer, maybe your partner's a snorer, and you're not getting enough rest, and obviously they're not either, if they're doing a lot of snoring, because there's something going on that needs to be addressed. And are you exercising enough? Are you getting out and just walking? Are you sitting at a desk all day long? Are you getting up about every 10 minutes and stretching your body and kind of move around? It's like, those are important factors. If you can't get out and do a walk for 10 to 20 minutes, then get up, stand up, stretch your body, move your body so that your muscles don't get fatigued, for one, and your heart doesn't just settle into nothing. You have to get it pumping a little bit so it works well, right? So there's just little things that you can do on a daily basis to help your body to recover and to and that movement, right? It doesn't mean that we have to spend 20 minutes and, running in place, or it's just move the body and get the heart going, okay? That's the important part. So what I want to talk to you today about is doTERRA's product called LifeLong Vitality. And this is what it looks like, okay? And this particular package, though, is something that doTERRA offers us at a discount price from when we purchase 3 bottles on their own, okay? And we're going to go through all those. And the idea of that is because they want us to have health. What does that look like? And because they give it to us in a package deal, it's very cost effective. If you go out there on the market and you look for a high effective vitamin or supplement, then doTERRA is something that you want to consider looking at. Most of what you get over the counter is not exactly what you think you're getting. Really do your research, and you might really be, well, for me, I'd be alarmed, for one, because if you do the right research, you'll find that you're only getting a fraction of what you really think you're getting. And so when it comes to doTERRA's LifeLong Vitality, there is a patented system. And what that means is, like for the omegas, that patented system for omegas is a nano-lipid assimilation system. I know that's a mouthful, right? But what that means is what we're getting in the system are molecules small enough that we get a benefit from them. So like, we know that fish oil or oil and water don't mix, right? You have a salad and you want an oil and vinegar or oil, and that does not mix together, right? So you're always constantly having to shake it. Our intestines have a water barrier to them. So whatever you use or whatever you ingest, you want to make sure that it's getting into the lymphatic system, not just passing through the intestine. You want it to give your body the best it can possibly get. And so what this patented system means that everything that we're getting and putting in the system is actually able to pass through that water barrier and get into the lymphatic system. That's a super important thing to know, because there again, oil and water don't mix, right? So you have to have a molecule small enough that will pass through that water barrier, and that's what doTERRA's LifeLong Vitality supplement pack gives us. And that's super important. And I'll explain why. So with our fish oil, we'll talk about this. So the omegas. This is XEO omega, or that's a very important one. So we are fish and marine-based omegas. That's another important thing. It's not just a fish oil. It also contains, there's a lot of things that it contains, but you have your vitamin D, and you have your vitamin E. And so what it's doing is helping protect the DHA and the EHA. And you have your omega-3s. You have a product called Astapure. Astapure is a microalgae that is super antioxidant. So an antioxidant is something that we want in helping reduce the free radicals that we have in our system. So we're exposed to toxins every single day, chemicals every single day, because what you use for cleaning, what you use for your shampoo, what's in your soap, what's in your deodorant, and it goes beyond that. It's not just everything we have in our house and what we're using. Those are things you want to think about, because this lifestyle change is to help you understand how you can get away from a lot of those toxic exposures, to reduce that amount of toxic exposure to you and your animals, especially if you have animals or pets in your home. But Astapure is that microalgae that, in this case, doTERRA goes to the source of where the algae is sourced, which in this case is Israel. And it actually is, they put it in these glass tubes and they put it in the sun and it turns red. It changes color for a reason. That color, that red color, comes across on our omegas. And I'm going to open this up so I can show that to you. And that gives us part of our microalgae, our antioxidant. Whoops, I'm spilling them everywhere. But they're super small. So how many of you are taking the big horse pills of fish oil, as I call them? It's like how they even swallow them. I'd have a hard time swallowing them. So this is super. You take 4 of these, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, or 2 in the evening. That's what you take. That's what the suggestion is. And that microalgae, it turns red, and that's why these are red. It's not because of food color, it's because of the red. And so that's a super important thing. Helping that protection and getting our most benefit out of our product that we can. It also, since we need a lot of vitamin D, and how many of you live where you don't see the sun very often? So there's a limit or a lack of vitamin D. Vitamin D is what you need, and there's different forms of vitamin D, but that vitamin D is what your body needs in order to retain nutrients. Even if you think you're eating really good, okay, and you're eating organic, eating natural, eating your fruits and vegetables, and you really think you're healthy in that way, maybe you're vegetarian and you think you're super healthy, but if you don't see the sun, if you're lacking in vitamin D, you're not retaining enough of your nutrients. That's flat, simple. And that is something that you have to have. And if you have anything going on in your body that's happening, like if you're trying to battle any kind of illness, you need the nutrients. And so if you're not retaining and getting enough vitamin D, then I would suggest finding more. But really do your research. This is why I like this product. I take this every single day. I very seldom get sick. And I mean that in a good way, because I am putting what I need in my body in order to create a good immune system, okay? So super important. It also, not only are we getting the fish oil, but we also get clove oil, which is in here, and that's the highest antioxidant you can get on the planet. It's also a really good thing that you find in the dental world. That's where I came from. And you also have frankincense in here. You have thyme, cumin, wild orange. You have peppermint, ginger, caraway, and German chamomile. So it's like when you look at all that, you're not just getting a single product. You're getting an abundance of products to help the body, enrich the body. So this is our, again, this is the omegas. And you know, I think a lot of you follow Dr. Axe, and if you ever have, he's got a really great video that he talks about. A lot of people, you know, think that that doctor status is something that they want to follow, okay, that they have more clout. But really, it's up to us to know about things. And that, when you go to the supermarket and you can find Astapure or astaxanthin by itself in a supplement, or you find it as an ingredient on the label. A lot of times what's happening is those products are fish that is processed that eat microalgae. So they can tell you that it contains that product, even if it's just a minute little teeny tiny bit. That's what it can tell you that it contains. I think that is a mislabeling. I think it's a misinterpretation of products, and I really don't like how all those things come together, because they trick us into thinking that we're getting all this great stuff, but we're really not. So really do your research. That's important. Now, another one that we have in here is the Microplex VMC, okay? Love this product for many different reasons. Now, we talked about the omegas because they're not only are they fish oil, but they're marine-based omegas, and they're infused with essential oils. So all 3 bottles in the LifeLong Vitality Supplement contain essential oils as well, not just an herb. So this is an herb-based, and you have like 72 trace minerals in this particular body or product. So this one, and oh my gosh, this is a vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and this is D, can't hardly read it, D3, vitamin E, vitamin K, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, vitamin B6, folate acid. Okay, so folate is something that people that are women that are taking prenatals, that's what you want, okay? Super important there. So these are great supplement for any woman that is pregnant, okay? I don't know a single person out there that's ever taken these and said, oh, I shouldn't have taken them, because they have a better birthing, they have a better, the baby is well, and they're well, because you get more out of this product than you will ever get out of a prenatal. You have vitamin B12, so we all need our Bs, right? That's for energy. And then you have biotin, and you have pantothenic acid, you have calcium, you have iron, you have iodine, magnesium, zinc, selenium, copper, magnesium, and chromium. Now, part of this too is if you're someone taking medication, always make sure that whatever you're taking as far as medication goes, make sure that there's nothing in these products that will be a bad thing. You want to make sure that they mix well, all right? So in some cases, some medications, they don't want you to have vitamin A, especially if it's something about concerning the eyes. So please make sure that you are checking in with your doctor, or check what your medication should or shouldn't, you shouldn't take with your medication. But another part of this is a whole foods blend, meaning that it's no different than if I was to go out and get this big basket of whole foods. This is what you're getting in this product, totally. You're also getting kale. You're also getting dandelion. You're getting, dandelion is actually really good for us. If you've ever gone out and picked dandelion, but you have to do it before it flowers, before it blooms. Otherwise, it's super bitter. But if you can pick dandelion leaves and eat them, and make like a bacon vinaigrette or something, you know, and it's really good. Here in the Northwest, we have a lot of that. It's been a long time since I've been outside and picked it, because I have chickens and I have dogs, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that here. Of course, you can wash it very well, I guess. So we have Well, let's see, what else do we have? We have broccoli in here, which we know is really good. Brussels sprouts. Who doesn't? Okay, if you're not a Brussels sprout person, which I'm not, this is an awesome thing to have, right? Because you're getting everything you need. You also have cabbage in here, which is good to boost your immune system, and you have spinach. So you're getting all of your greens. How many of us don't get enough greens through the day, right? So 72 trace minerals and vitamins in this one particular product. and I'll tell you, it makes a huge difference in how I feel every day, okay? And plus, I know that I'm getting what I need. And then the oils that are in here, like ginger, caraway, peppermint, you know, these are all tummy tamers. So, and when you go back to the fish oil, how many of you take a fish oil and you just, you burp it up? You don't with this product, okay? I did in the very, very beginning when, of course, this was a while ago, and they changed the formula a little bit, and I don't ever get any kind of belching or birching the aftertaste, because that's the last thing you want, right? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. And then there's another one, Alpha CRS. This is an awesome product, and because it's for cellular energy. So as we get older, we lose the mitochondria in our cells, okay? So we get sluggish, we get slower, and it's because the engines that are in our cells are going away, okay? We're losing them as we age. And so this Alpha CRS is a huge, best product ever to help in that kind of repair in the mitochondria in our cells. And that's a very important part. So we lose that energy, and there's times like, you know, some of us don't realize that we have a little bit of adrenal fatigue, especially when we come like mid-afternoon, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, depending on your lifestyle. Are you getting up normal, like, you know, a regular getting up at 6, 7 a.m., or are you the night owl? But if you are following a pattern, right, that no matter how you do, but when you start getting into that, oh, I just feel like I'm drained, that's the time when you want to make and take the second dose of this supplement to boost your energy back up and give your body what it needs. And the vitamin and mineral, the VMZ, you know, we are getting an equivalent of blueberries and your other antioxidants that are, like, you have to eat quarts of blueberries in order to get what's in that supplement. The other thing that LifeLong Vitality helps with us, it provides us with support to our cardiovascular. It supports your joint function. It also supports the brain. So we have to have all that, but it also supports a healthier skin. And so when we look at all of that together, okay, not just one product, but all of these are made to be put together. So all of them together help support and maintain and help support, get rid of those free radicals, those powerful antioxidants to help us in providing what our body is needing. And that nanonormal lipid assimilation system is amazing, totally amazing. And that, I think, is probably the #1 reason why this product works so well. But how many of you have heard about an ORAC score? What's an ORAC score? Okay, let me tell you what that is. It's your oxygen radical absorption capacity. So it's how your body is able to support and absorb what you're giving it, okay? So the score is the measurement of the nutrient's potential for neutralizing free radicals. And not only is it useful for measurement of the beneficial activity of a nutrient, it's a high value that suggests that it protects, it's a protecting benefit against those free radicals. And so if we have damaged cells, it's helping protect those and it's helping repair them, or letting the body know that you're supposed to either repair or eliminate it. So we go into apoptosis, which is something that I hope that you look up, but that is how our bodies recycle or repair our cells, okay? That's a really important part, because if our body is riddled with inflammation or anything else going on in the body, then it has a really hard time deciphering what's good and what's bad. And so if it can't decipher, then what happens is you're going to create more and more cells that are damaged, bad cells, right? That becomes disease at some point down the road. So keep that in mind, because it's a super part of what we do and what we're supposed to have. The other part of that is your super, or your S-ORAC score, which is like just a superoxide. It's not just your oxygen radical, it's a super. So think about the S as that Superman. Superman comes into play, okay? But of our daily servings that we're supposed to have every single day, LifeLong Vitality, this one supplement pack, gives us an ORAC score of 6,800. Okay, I'm going to tell you why that's important, okay? And then the super ORAC score is 18,000 and plus. So there are independent laboratories who have developed specialized methods of testing antioxidant capacity using the ORAC score and the S-ORAC scales. One daily serving of doTERRA's LifeLong Vitality Pack, okay, it receives a cumulative score of over 6,800. That's equivalent to more than 13 servings of fruits and vegetables. Now, how many of you eat 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day? How many of you eat just one? Most of us don't, okay? Even if you might have an orange here and there, an apple here and there, but that's still not giving you what you need. You might have a salad, it's still not giving you what you need. Maybe you just had a cup of blueberries, that's not giving you what you need. If you really looked at what your daily servings are supposed to be, you'd be going, I can't eat all that. I'd probably look like a balloon, right? But if we eat enough fruits and vegetables, plus our greens, right, then it has the ability of balancing itself out, but we never do that. There's very few people on this planet that really do that every single day. Even if you're working out, I highly doubt you're getting exactly all the servings you're supposed to get. And if you are, and you can prove it to me, I want to know, okay? So when you look at the super, the S-ORAC score, the value of the LifeLong Vitality is 18,000, okay? So what's that? It's protecting against the damages of the free radicals, molecules that can accelerate aging, and they are degenerative conditions in cells. And I apologize, my dogs are barking. And so when you think about that, it's protecting our cells, okay? Super important. So let's go back to that 6,800 and those 13 servings. And that score of 18,000, okay? And here's some examples and comparisons, okay? Most of us are familiar with a lot of these, but if you were to drink a juice just a 3-ounce daily juice, okay? Then some of you have heard of Nigeria red juice. That only gives a score of 1,000, only 1,000. doTERRA is 18,000, okay? And you are anything else, and then the list goes way back down. Everything else is in the 200s. Even just a normal everyday glass of orange juice is not giving you but a very, very little bit, okay? You are not getting your daily allowance. So when I think about how I'm protecting my cells, helping the apoptosis work properly, protect my cells, create better new cells, create a better me, a useful me, because if I am getting rid of the free radicals and I am getting the daily nutritional value that I need in a supplement along with what I eat every day, because you can't just do this, okay? You still have to eat properly. You still have to learn how to make sure that you're getting your body in motion and sleep enough. If you're not getting enough sleep and rest at night, then we have 1,001 or more. We have over 1,000 remedies that could probably help you. It's find the one that works for you. What does it look like? I love being able to go to someone and I have a scan that I use, and I think it's always spot on. And it's amazing how many times I get to help somebody, especially when it comes to sleeping and they're just like, I'm lagging, I don't know what to do. So let's get on the scan, let's find out. This scan helps me find out if what your body is really looking for. It's like a puzzle. Let's put the puzzle together. And so when we decipher it enough and get you going on the right track, that's where things happen. Amazing things happen. Oh, I get dressed. I feel like I have energy. I feel like, all these different things. And it's like, that's amazing. So we find what works for you. But the number one thing that I want you to think about is, where are you getting your supplements? Are they a tablet that's been packed together with a anti-caking, which I know people that are allergic to that stuff. They can't even use it. They throw it up. And I have to tell you one story that really always sticks out in my mind. And this was a person that I met, and when I met her, she had just had exploratory surgery and had 32 bottles of pills, medication, sitting next to her bed. And that's like, I'm looking at most of them, and I'm like, they're all pain medications. Only a couple of them were really what she needed, but it was, this one had a side effect, and this one had a side effect, that one had a side effect, and so they just kept giving her medication. It's like, oh my gosh, that's unreal. And then she had what she thought was MRSA, and so we did our little, well, we used On Guard, which is a blend from doTERRA. And she went back to the doctor a few days later, and they're like, oh, this doesn't go away that fast. It must not have been MRSA. And I'm thinking, what? Anyway, that's beside the point. But it was like, wow, it really worked. But the other thing, after she was recovered a little bit, we talked to her about the supplements. I can't take supplements, because she was super low in iron and a lot of other things. They didn't know why, but they did find out that she had this tumor that was attached to her female organs and was starting to attach itself to the spine. So it's like, she had something to think about. That was why. But in the meantime, we were like totally suggesting the LifeLong Vitality. I cannot take them. I throw up every single supplement I've ever tried, including Flintstone's chewable. I'm like, what? That I've never heard of before, but I'm like, why would you throw those up? But she's allergic to the anti-caking of most of the pills that are out there, because they are powder that they put together, they press it together, and then they bind it together. It's like a glue, Okay, so think about that. What are you putting in your system? If it's a capsule, it's another thing, okay, but what is that capsule made of? That's another part of that you've got to look at. But we finally convinced her to try it. It's like, just try it. If you throw up, we know we've at least tried, and we'll be good. We'll be fine, right? Well, she tried them, this Lifelong Vitality, all three, and within a day, one day, she was so much better, so much more energy. This woman could not get off the couch, literally. And just to vacuum was a huge undertaking. And not from the surgery, just normal everyday chores that just walking was a major accomplishment. Just getting up out of bed and just doing something. One day made such a difference that her husband, being military, called her. Now this is cell phones, cell phone to cell phone, right? Called her up. There was so much energy in her voice that he thought he got the wrong number. And when he told me this story, I was like, wait, what? You have her on speed dial, right? You know her number, you know her voice, and you thought you had the wrong number? He says, yes. There was so much more enthusiasm, energy behind that voice that I really honestly thought I had the wrong number. To this day, she feels that if it weren't for the Lifelong Vitality, she probably wouldn't be here. And, you know, she still had that choice to make, and she made the right choice, but it was several months later. And the difference between was like totally off the charts. So if you've never tried this supplement before, think about trying it. Give it 30 days. doTERRA is so excited about this product and so sure about this product, they actually give you a money-back guarantee, no matter how you purchase it, okay? Even if you were to enroll and be a wholesale customer and it comes in your kit, if you don't like it, if you don't feel better after 30 days, then you let them know. They will make it right. I love that. So how many, besides Costco, Costco takes everything back, right? I'm not talking about Costco, but how many of you, including me, you look at all the things that you purchase that don't work, especially if it's skincare, makeup, you know, things I thought it would be good and it's not good, so it sits on a shelf. How much money have you wasted? Probably a lot if you added it all up. So this is worth a try because they give you the money back guarantee. But that's not why. I want you to try it because you're going to feel better, look better, and live younger. Not longer necessarily, but younger. Okay. I give this a lot of credit because I've never been a supplement taker in my life. I've tried off and on. I've super tried. But what happens is I quit because I never feel the benefits. I never see any benefit, or I just don't feel the benefit. So I have stuff in a drawer that just sits there that I've had for years. I'm like, why do I still leave it there? If I'm not using it, why am I not throwing it out? I've always wondered about that. Are you the same way? If you are, let me know. But I take this daily. I know if I don't take it because it helps in reducing inflammation. It helps support my energy production. It supports my brain function. It supports every single part of my body. That's what I want. Hopefully, should I knock on wood, that I don't get sick. And I've been surrounded by people that are sick. My mother has been sick with this crud that's been going on. But you know what? She is 85 years old, almost 86. And I have her use essential oils, and she was better in 7 days. And I know some out there that have been sick for 2 and 3 weeks. So I really give credit to the essential oils, and I cannot convince her to take more of this because she takes so many other pills and she's always done this medications. I just don't want to take another one. So I'm like, okay, so the next best thing is helping her with her immune system with essential oils. So for me, that's an important part. I love that I have that availability and ability. So now that we've talked about the ORAC score, the super ORAC score, now you know why this product works so well for you. So think about it. If you would like to become a wholesale customer, it's super, super easy. You can either just go to doTERRA.com, become a wholesale member. If you know somebody, just type in their name. My name's Diana Hinkle. If you don't know somebody, then get in touch with me. I'm super happy to be able to help you out. If you live in an area, a different area than me, there's always someone that I know somewhere else if you want that support and on the ground support. I'm happy to do that. It's not about me, it's about how I can help you and who I can find that can help you as well. So my email is heavensent, S-E-N-T, not the fragrance scent, heavenscentoil, O-I-L, @gmail.com. So if you guys ever need anything, make sure to let me know, and I can help you out, and I will put my email in the chat, and you can get a hold of me. That simple. And if you ever want to know more, like the science behind things or other products that doTERRA carries, that's a super easy thing. Just doTERRA.com, and you can go to find whatever it is that you're looking for and find more information. So thank you for being on this call today, and for those of you that are listening to the replay, thank you so much. If you have comments, I'd love to hear back from you. Let me know what you're doing. Have you been using LifeLong Vitality? What has it done for you in your life? And how much better has it been? What has it created for you? I'd love to know. So thank you for your time. We'll see you again next week. So this is every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And we'll probably be back into warmer temperatures next week. We were in the 50s last week. Now we're snowing. So there you go. In Pacific Northwest, you'd never know. I'm like, I want the sunshine and 50-degree weather back. I know some of you out there are like, oh, no, 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 I want 70-degree weather or 80-degree weather. I'm like, no, I melt when we get over 70. So 50 is just fine for me. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.